All right, you guys, I'm back on. So anyways, I have my, okay, I'll just wait until you guys get on. Oh gosh. I just want to make sure that I can answer you guys' question here. But let's see if any one of you on, or maybe I'll just end it. All right, I got one person on. So, you guys, sorry about that. So basically, I had my phone mounted on my window, and the sun was hitting straight at it, and it overheat. So it just shut me off. But anyways, I'm outside right now, and hey, Big D. Hey, thanks for joining me. You guys, I'm really sorry about the cutoff and accidentally shut down on you guys, but my phone got overheated by the sun. So the wife is using the room right now. She's doing her training. Yep, I'm back on. So ask me the question, guys. Any questions you guys have? Any questions in real estate, wholesaling? Let me know. But I actually just got done interviewing a powerhouse. A powerhouse just earlier today. He just locked in a show. He's in Memphis, Tennessee, and he just locked in a show for HGTV. My biggest question are in the VA system. Okay, so let me explain. So hopefully I can try to explain, because if they're going to be closing deals, I don't mind hiring. So okay, so basically what it is that your VA will have to report to this company that you hire them through. This company is going to report to them when they and also too is what it is they all you can download them, have them all join in your Skypes, download the Skype. That's what we do is they clock in and clock out from Skype. They clock in, clock out from their break. What do you think about getting motivated seller from pre-foreclosure? I mean, pre-foreclosure is another good way to get your leads, but I'll get back to that. But anyway, from the VA, that's what we do is the wife train them. They clock in, clock out from your Skypes on their break, on their lunch, and obviously when they're on the clock, you know, they actually pick up all this live incoming calls. Sorry about for the shakiness, you guys. I'm actually it's pretty cold here. So if I get a few VAs and they don't close in 2 weeks, do I still pay? Yeah, so basically when you do hire them through this company, also I pay anything up front. I don't, you know, to be honest with you, I'll have to check in see if you have to pay any fees for these VA company. If you hire them through Upwork, I don't think there is any fees once you guys agree to it. Then what you do is obviously you send the amount, whatever you're gonna pay them, into Upwork, and then Upwork is gonna hold it until you're satisfied with it, and then they will unleash that money to your client. Hey, R-Web, thanks a lot for joining. What's up, man? But yeah, but we actually go through this company, and what it is we pay them. To be honest with you, I think there's no fee, or maybe there is. Yeah, I don't think there is any fee, because they are charging you $9 and they only hire these VA for $4, $5. But you can set up a weekly or a 2 weeks pay or a month pay, end of the month. So I can pay them at the end of the month every month. That is correct. So you pay them at the end of every single month. And how you track them? Do you fax your signed contracts? Okay, so Makuchi, hopefully I answered your question already. Now, yes, all of our contract, yes, get a team of VA if you want to scale up. All of our contracts, we go through DocuSign. So once the seller, DocuSign, once the seller agrees to our price and we agree to their price, we send them through DocuSign. We send that through, and then we send that into our title company, which is Chicago Title. It's all done through email. And if the buyer is ready to go, then we send them a DocuSign for that assignment agreement or a double closing, and then they just sign it. And then we get them back, and that's it. And then you send that assignment agreement or that double closing contract between you and that end buyer into your title company, and they know how to do, and they obviously, based on the agreement, they know exactly what needed to be done, all right? But obviously, if it's your first deal with that title company, or if your second deal, I would always call that title company, make sure that they're doing it correctly, all right? Make sure that they're doing it correctly. Say, hey, I'm assigning the contract. This is how much the buyer's going to deposit. This is how much I'm getting paid, and this is when we're looking to close. Even though it's on your contract, but make sure you can verify it with them. All right? What does DocuSign cost? Not much. I think it's like 30 bucks a month, or I think it's like $30. Yeah, it's roughly about $30 a month. So Docu fee is for 30 days. Yeah, you can sign up for their yearly for the 1 year as well. So any other questions, you guys? But yeah, typically after that, I'm actually going to share with you guys on this deal. I'm going to upload the call. You guys, it's so crazy. So the seller calls and was really, he called in on the scheduled appointment where our purchase manager was going to make him an offer, right? And she started asking him a question about the repair costs on his house. I'll upload the call for you so you guys to hear this. You won't believe it. He blew up. She asked him, so what do you what kind of repair updates or work do you think your property need? And he's like, you're so negative. You're like, what is the RV on your house? On my own house, it's probably right now, we bought it for $350 back in 2007, and it's probably right now worth around $425 to $450. And actually up there, there's actually a really big development. When I first started out in real estate, and I had this big developer in my area, and I actually got inspired and I wanted to one day become a big developer here in my county. But you guys know what? Forget about developing, forget about flipping houses. I just want to wholesale, because wholesale provide me the lifestyle that I want. I can be anywhere. I can, and obviously you can scale up so big, and I just don't want to bother with the whole developing. I'll let someone else do that. But when I first started, I actually got inspired. He's gonna put in about maybe a couple thousand houses up there, and it's called King Mountain. And pretty much before that, when we bought here, it was just a bunch of trees, and there's just a bunch of trees, so there's no houses. But now there's houses, and look how close my neighbor is. I mean, you can literally watch. They can probably hear everything I'm saying right now. But my wife and I are actually looking to actually move out on some acreage. So we are looking for to build our own home, to build our own custom home, probably sometime next year. And my wife already had all the pictures of what she wants to do, what she wants to build the house and everything like that. But let me get back. Where was I, you guys? Oh gosh, where was I? What was I talking about? I don't even remember what I talk about. But let me know if you guys have any other questions about wholesaling. Talking about VAs. Yeah, if you want to scale up, hire VA. Oh yeah, okay. So anyway, I was actually talking about the deal. So anyway, the seller calls in, and based on the number that he's already given us, was already very close. We're about maybe 15 to 20,000 apart, right? So he calls in, he talked to the purchase manager. I listened to the call, and he pretty much just blew up. He pretty much just blew up when she asked him about the condition of the home and things like that. And he said that she was so negative. He's like, you're so negative. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to do business with you guys. My house is in great condition. What makes you think to say it needs repair? It does not need repair. You're so, he keep on saying that she's so negative. And he just blew up, hung up the phone. And when I actually look at that deal, I already told my purchase manager, this is the deal, lock him up, because it doesn't seem like we're too far apart in price. And he already told our previous girls. So this is his first initial call that he's still in a process of wanting to negotiate. And the reason why he's motivated, you guys will listen on the call. He knows exactly how much the property is worth, but he wants to sell for cheap. Sorry, it's because he owes about $9,000 in back taxes, and if he don't pay them, he said he's gonna lose everything. You guys, after the purchase manager say, hey Khang, he just blew up and he said I was negative, so I went on, I listened to the call, I called the guy back within the next 10 minutes and locked him up on the contract, and he signed the contract within an hour. We got off the phone, I sent it to him, he signed it, sent it back. I'm going to upload it, you guys. You guys won't believe it. So I call him back. So basically what it is I call him back and just pretty much, because I didn't want to lose this deal. This deal here, we already found a buyer for it. We found a buyer within 1 day, and we're going to make about $31,000 on it. Okay, so I knew what's the deal. I didn't want to lose it. I call him back, and this, you guys, I got to upload the call for you guys. So basically, I'm being good cop and bad cop. So basically, when she talks to him, you know, she was the bad cop because she's being negative. So I calls him back, and I pretty much tell him, I said, hey, you know, I said, Ben, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for our purchase manager. I'm so sorry that she's being negative. We just recently got her on board. We're training her right now. I actually just pull her aside. We're sitting down with the team and we're talking to her about it. So basically right now I'm being on his side. You guys won't believe it, but he turns and got so nice with me. And I pretty much just tell him, I said, hey, you know what? We pull her aside. We talked to her already, and we said that she can't be negative like this, and she can't talk to the seller like this. And he was smiling, and he's like, yeah, you know, yeah, she needs to be talked to, and etc. So I got on his side. That's what I told we did. And I came back and I said, Ben, you know, we'd love to do a deal with you. We love your property. We want to do a deal. We want to buy it. So could you tell me? What can you do for us to be able to move forward and get this done and get this wrap up for you? And he said, well, you know, Khang, I got some other buyers as well. You guys are the first one that I call, and I don't know. So anyway, we went back and forth, and basically, I just said, hey, Ben, you know, we're ready. We have the cash. We have the funds. We're ready to go. And he wanted to close really quickly. And when I said, hey, we're closing within the next 30 to 45 days, would that be okay with you, Ben? He's like, well, no, I'm looking to close really quickly because I have some back taxes I got to pay. But so could you guys close any sooner than that? Because he was like, I don't know if that's going to work. And I said, you know what, Ben, we will do our best to close this thing as quickly as we can, but you can understand between, you know, during, you know, it's the holiday times, you know, also too, it's not just us, but also too, it's the title company that we got to worry about. We got to make sure that they do their paperwork properly. And I said, Ben, you want to make sure they do their paperwork properly. You getting the money that you agreed upon, and as a buyer, we get protected. We get that clear title. But I promise you, and this is what I told him that sealed the deal. I said, Ben, I'd rather under-promise and over-deliver with you, Ben, instead of over-promise and then under-deliver. I don't want us to be, you know, 15 days in and I tell you, hey, we need another 15 or 20 days or 30 days. He said, Khang, okay, you got it, no problem. Let's get it done. And literally, I sent him the contract within an hour. He sent it back, signed it, and then we sent it out to our buyer. We actually got a lot of buyers in that area. We sent it out to our buyers. Within an hour, our buyers did a drive-by and said, Khang, I want it. We set up the walkthrough the next day, and he signed the contract. So now we're looking to close January 2nd. So this deal here literally took us probably 7 to 10 days from start to closing. So, and it's for $31,000. So you guys, before that, when I was flipping houses, there's no way that I'll be able to make that kind of money with that short period of time, and that's why I love wholesaling. So anyways, any other questions before I head out? And you guys, I just want to say thank you so much, you guys, for being a part of the channel, being part of the family. You guys are the best, and I know you guys help me really much trying to grow this channel. Where are you going? We're going to Seattle to pick up. We're going to Seattle. We typically do it because there's not much to do here in our town. I live here in Bellingham. It's not it's a very small town. There's not a whole lot to do. Virtual assistant, are they helpful? Yes, it depends on Christina. Hi, thanks. Thanks for joining me. And as you guys can see, I do have a stutter problem. So sometimes it does. Sometimes it does cause a little problem, but yes, VA does help you guys. It would have been really hard for me to scale up my business if I didn't have VA, if I didn't have people to help. You know, there's no way that you could be able to do everything yourself and to scale your business up to a 7-figure a year. It's really, really hard. And I want to do the next video to share with you guys how what's my goal, what's our goal is for next year. I think our next year goal, we want to do $350 a month. it's okay, bro. We're 100% understand. Yeah, so anyways, hire VA, you guys. Once you start building up the cash and you want to level up and you want to grow, you got to hire people. Start hiring people. The first thing you want to hire is, what's up, bro? Hey, Roman, can you talk about your script to seller? Yeah, right now we actually hire somebody to really, because I want to make sure that the script have everything in there, and before I puts it out there. Would love to see your contract in details. Yes, I can certainly do that. Do you have an office, or do you do everything at home? You guys, that's the beauty of virtual wholesaling. If you want an office space, great. If you don't have to. My wife and I just pretty much have a home office space. All of our VA are virtual. They're working from home. You know, if they want to travel to take on vacation, if they want to go somewhere, they can still work wherever they're at. And that's the beauty about wholesaling, and do it virtually, because you don't have to rent an office space. I remember, and this is just 2-3 years ago, I thought it was cool. So you flip houses before wholesaling? Yes, I did, and it was horrible. It was horrible. You have to watch some of my other video to so I can share with you some of the horrific, crazy flipping houses story, because I started out knowing nothing about real estate, and for me it's all about taking action. So I took massive action and got into massive trouble. There were times where I was flipping where my wife and I were, you know, couldn't even drink Starbucks because all of the money was in rehab and things like that. But anyways, no more. That's the one thing that I love about wholesaling, you guys, is you don't risk any of your own money. You can scale so much. Instead of, when you do fix and flip, obviously you can use other people's money. You can go and do private and hard and things like that, you guys. But man, it's super stressful because you're on a time frame. You got to get the deal done. And you know, if you're doing 3 to 4 a month, depending on your area. But think about it, if you do 3 or 4 a month, I mean, for you to do 10 to 15 deals a month, fix and flip, dude, that's going to require a lot of cash and a lot of your time. Well, but don't get me wrong, there are people out there that does fix and flip and has a whole system in place where it require barely any of their time. So if you want to fix and flip, probably those are the guys to go learn from. But I did it for a few, and it's just so hard, and it's just so much risk involved if you really want to scale up, because you have to probably put up the money to buy these property. But when you wholesale, you can tie 20, 30, 50 property up under contract in 1 month, and there's really no risk. Do you have rental property? Yes, we do have rental property. If you guys want to know about how to buy rental property, you guys, with the money that you're wholesaling, drop me a comment, let me know. So the rental property that we bought, oh my God. So the rental property that we bought, so we came in, we came in, we bought it cash, right? We came in, you can use private, you can use hard money. You come in, you bought it cash, okay? You come in, you buy it cash, and then what you do is you want to buy it low enough, okay? You want to buy it low enough, then you go in there, and all you do is you go in there and you fix it up or whatever it is, right? Fix it up, update it. 6 months later, you refinance. Okay, just make sure you buy it right. You refinance, you'll be able to pull all your money back out plus extra. Like I was sharing with you on one of our rental deals that we recently sold, because our market really picks up, and my wife and I want to kind of start selling our duplex or fourplex, and then just take the money, and then once the market have a corrections, or if there's a great deal comes up, we're looking for more like apartments, you know, more like apartment building now, instead of having little duplexes everywhere. So what I did was we bought it low enough. We bought it for 130. I literally, and this one we bought it from. We actually bought it from bank owned. It was on auction.com. One of the realtor, like Grant Cardone. God, man, the guy is. Oh, Grant Cardone, man. Yeah, he does huge deals. So maybe, hopefully one day we'll be able to get there. But so we bought it from an auctions for 130. That probably didn't really need much. I put about maybe 10,000 into it. Okay, 10,000 into it. I'm at 140. You guys, 6 months later, I refinanced, pull all of my money back out. So pull the 130 plus the 10 that I put into it, pull it all back out. Okay, so basically every 6 months you can refinance, all right? Once you buy a property, you can refinance, and obviously, you know, you're gonna go to bank. It's gonna depend, you know, obviously based on your credit score and your employment history and things like that. But obviously, you guys can, you know, get people that have good credit, mom, pop. If you guys have bad credit, you guys can team up and things like that to do this. But anyways, we're able to go in there 6 months later. I pull all of my money back out, the 130 plus the 10, and guess what? Plus an extra, I think an extra $40, almost $50,000 from the bank. Because the reason why is because now that property was appraised for way more, and then the bank did a loan. They will do 75% on the ARV. So you take the ARV times 75%. That's how much the bank would loan on you on that property, 6 months. And that's why people can scalp so much when they buy rental property, because you can do this every 6 months. Yes, LTV, loan to value. So every 6 months, that's what I did. So I pull all of my money back out plus an extra $50,000, and we had a mortgage on it for $190. All right, we had a mortgage on it for $190, and guess what, you guys? Every single month, I was still cash flowing. So basically, when you buy rental property, you want to cash flow. You want every single door in perfect condition, so no repair needed. So if there's repair needed, you make sure you include that. But once that property is rent ready, you want to make sure that every single door you're getting $200, you're getting $250 every single door. And typically, I like to just keep it simple. So if you guys going to buy rental, if that house or if that duplex gets you, so it's pretty much, it's a what they call is a 1% rule, which means if you buy that property for $100,000, you just want to make sure that you get $1,000 back in rent. And that typically will cash flow you about $250 a month. I hear people, you guys, we're trying to get, you guys, when my almost purchase, we pay them about, I think 7 to 8% to do all the thing. If there's repair, they call me up or they email me and let me know if I want to send someone out, or they're gonna have one of their guys to take care of it. And I said, okay, go ahead and go ahead and take care of it. But right now, all of our rental property, we have no money into it. And every single property, you guys, I pull all of my money back out, plus extra money from the bank, and I'm still cash flowing. So that property, before we sold it, it was at, we had a mortgage on it for $190. Guess how much my rent was? Almost like $2,200 in rent. I know that in some area, you guys can buy property for like 50, 60,000 and get like 800, 900 or $1,000 in rent. It's really, it's a little bit tougher in my area to get that kind of a number. But there are deals out there. You just have to find them. Like in my area, you know, duplexes now go. Duplex in my area now go for between like it's probably between a 300 to 400,000, depending on location. If the location is good, you can get up, you know, just a duplex. You probably have to pay, you know, 450 to 500 to 550 for it. So it's really hard to cash flow the numbers, but there are deals out there. So for me, it's not so much about, obviously I don't want to be in a war zone, but when I buy rental property, so, you know, I want to be in a decent location, but as long as it's cash flow and as long as it's not in a war zone, then I'm all good to go. I'm investing into Washington. Yeah, come in here, come and invest into Washington State. Why not? There's plenty for everyone. But yeah, if you guys want to know more about rental property, just let me know. Like right now, all of our rentals, we pull all of our money back out, plus some extra money from the bank. So we have no money in that property, have a mortgage with the bank at like 4.5%, right? It's just so cheap. So we have 4.5%. We pull all of that money back out. Then also, you know, so, and the renter is paying, obviously, you guys, I'm sure that you guys know all about this already. Your renter is paying down, you know, paying down your debt. You have no money into it, and you're still cash flowing. That's the key, guys. And you're still pocketing money after all the expenses paid. You got to take in consideration for all the expenses. Property manager, you know, water bill, utilities bills, everything. You got to take everything, you know, the mortgage payment, interest rate, take everything into consideration. After everything minus, you got to make sure that you still pocket at least $250 per door. So if it's duplex, then you want it $500. If it's a single family home, then it's $250. It's per door, all right? So anyways, you guys, that's enough for me talking about rental properties. But if you guys have any other questions about wholesaling, and you guys, wholesaling is a quick way to build up your cash, and then obviously take that cash and build up your wealth. Because wealth, you know, obviously you hear people, wealth doesn't come from wholesaling. Wealth come from building up, you know, that monthly passive income, and that's through rental. So use that money, you guys, build up, and go buy some rental property. And once you get to the point where you can buy some rental property and then refinance it, pull your money back out, you will love it because you have no money into it, and you have this property. Once it's paid off, obviously you get that monthly income. But anyways, you guys, that's it. Drop me, let me know if you guys have any other comment. We'll do another minute or so here. Oh God, it's kind of cold. Is it cold? Is it cold where you guys are at? No disrespect to New York, but they're the worst. Good job today, man. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next Friday. When we hit 500 subscriber, let me know if you guys will be open to this. But when we hit 500 subscriber, I'll pick a day where we do a Q&A live, where you guys can go in there and ask questions and be able to get an answer right away. Okay. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much. You guys have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right. Take care. Bye, you guys. And